on what's the latest with Michael Strahan and his daughter.
Thank you for sending a link for us to give an update.
Michael Strahan's daughter, Isabella, tries to stay positive
One of his twins.
amid painful chemo. Yeah. Remember the last time we talked about her, we said she had a tumor, a brain tumor, and she had an operation, and she was going to get chemo.
She was doing radiation.
Or radiation. So now we get an update on what's going on with her radiation.
She rang the bell for that.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
They give you a time frame if you're doing treatments of all sorts.
Did you ever ring a bell?
No, I wasn't there at the time to ring the bell. I got my name on the leaf.
Why are you not ringing a bell?
They don't have a bell at where I was.
I mean, shouldn't you be ringing a bell or something?
I went to that event. Mama went with me.
You rang the bell?
It was no bell. They didn't do it like that.
I want a bell.
I think because she was in treatment.
I know, I'm just saying.
So she had her gown on, and they probably let her ring the bell. Some places, I would have loved to ring the bell.
So you went somewhere and they said...
I went back to where I got my treatments. And then because I passed that time frame of being in remission, they put your name, and they went through each person. Me and Mama went to the thing. It was a nice lunch.
We should probably do a bell. Let's do a bell.
For what?
On our show. Let's ring a bell for you.
No, it's when you hit that mark.
You
I don't need to keep ringing it.
No,
I'm way past that. My God, I don't want to be reminded of that. That's why I was feeling for her, because she's on her next phase of treatment.
Well, it says most recently seen celebrating her final radiation treatment last week.
Yes.
Michael Strahan's 19-year-old daughter, Isabella, says she's almost rather endure that again than what she's going through now with the chemo.
Yeah.
As she continues her battle against brain cancer. Now, you said some people prefer radiation over the chemo. That chemo is horrible.
The thing in my situation is I couldn't do radiation. Radiation, the cancer has to still be in the area where it is.
Wow.
Mine, like I keep saying, and I was laughing at the time with my doctors. I said, so my cancer decided to get its suitcase and go travel to other parts of the body.
Yes.
And my oncologist, she kind of sniggled. She said, yeah, yours traveled. It traveled far. It went to the liver.
Dang.
Hers is probably still in one spot in her brain.
No, she has to do chemo now.
Well, no, I'm saying you can do chemo and radiation.
Oh.
Yeah, but radiation, I couldn't do it. I didn't have that option.
Okay.
Because mine had already spread.
Okay.
So hers is probably still in one area, and they're doing radiation to do something. And now she's on chemo to do something.
Okay.
Woo.
Now, you had 4th stage colon cancer.
Colon cancer.
Now, after her latest round, she told her followers on YouTube that everything hurts.
Oh, I believe it.
My head hurts. I feel like I'm having a heart attack.
I believe it.
My heart hurts. The 19-year-old daughter of Good Morning America host Michael Strahan said in the latest video on February 16th, she said my eyes even hurt when she tries to look from side to side.
Yeah, I believe
She said my whole mouth feels like I got one giant root canal of my whole mouth, of every single tooth, and just ripped out, not even surgically put back in, she said. My jaw hurts. The bottom of my tongue hurts when I drink water. Everything hurts on her. She said that the chemo is so bad. She said, I prefer radiation. And I did not like radiation, she said.
Yes.
She said
the
it
lesser
wasn't
of the two.
She said it wasn't quite ready
worse.
She wasn't quite ready to say she'd also prefer brain surgery, which she underwent in October of 2023 to have the whole tumor removed. The teen admitted that the stress of the unknown and uncertainty and anxiety with chemotherapy is compounding the challenge for her. This one's just the longest journey, she said. It's the hardest. I think it just stresses me out because so much could go wrong, she said. It's like, oh no, now my heart hurts. Yeah. That could mean, am I having a heart attack now? That's how you were saying you don't know how the chemo is going to affect everything else in your body.
Yeah, and the way your body is feeling.
She said, it's like my teeth are just rot and fall out. I don't know. Despite the struggles and the uncertainty, Isabella is grateful to be home and enjoying being able to do things again. Teenager. Yeah, she's not even 19. That old. Yeah. Her to-do list includes walking, stretching, hydrating, and even eating. So it's very sad that she's going through this. But I hope that she understands that she's a light and a beacon to other kids and people that are going through this.
Hopefully being strength to them. Because when I think about her, she's 19. Think about younger kids.
The little ones that's hurting.
Whew.
Now it says after 6 weeks, by ringing the bell at the New York Center, she's so excited to ring that bell. Never thought I'd be ringing the bell, she said, as tears were falling down her cheeks. Mm-hmm. Isn't that nice?
And I think
she has a YouTube channel.
And I'm thinking too, they and correct me if I'm wrong, because I didn't ring the bell. I thought they ring the bell because they're done with their treatment.
I guess she's done with that treatment.
Mm-hmm. I'm done. Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling. And then now you're going to whatever. I didn't know she had surgery first.
They removed the tumor.
So for them to do chemo and radiation, they must be getting the area where it was to not come back.
It said after the tumor was removed, Isabella met with all kinds of obstacles, including relearning how to walk, struggling with headaches, nausea, and dizziness. Isn't that sad?
That chemo would make you so sick. They pump you first with meds. They pump you with meds to keep you from getting sick from the chemo.
Yeah.
So after all the meds is in you, now then and the thing that got me, you suiting up.
Yeah.
The person coming in.
Thank you.
They're putting on masks.
They're covering themselves
headgear.
Because they don't want to get exposed to it.
Cover them, and then they shooting this in me.
Thank you.
I'm like, I even talked to one of them. I kind of teased. I said, "Nah, you covering yourself all up. Now, how you think I'm feeling?"
And what they say?
They just kind of chuckle.
And you, the first day you had chemo, I remember me and Mama came to pick you up, and it was wintertime.
It was longer than normal.
It was wintertime.
Because that was the first time they had to figure out how long will it take for me to get the meds and the chemo through my port.
Right.
And because they had to go slow.
Yeah.
Because they were doing it fast, felt like I was having a heart attack. And
that's what she said, a heart attack.
I had to call them in and say, slow this down.
She said she felt like she having a heart attack.
Slow it down.
And then when you came out, it was wintertime. And you said you couldn't breathe. You got in the car. I don't know if that was anxiety, though.
It was neuropathy. I had the problems with neuropathy.
But you think that was in your mind?
No. What happened was, other than my fingers feeling like they said you can't do cold, you can't touch the things in the freezer because of neuropathy in your fingers and your toes. It had to been in my nose.
Oh.
When I breathed it in.
Because she got in the car.
It hurt.
And she started panicking.
Because I didn't have my mouth covered coming outside in the cold. This was October.
And you kept saying, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. I said, go back in the hospital.
And I had an anxiety attack. And they had to rush me
So she said anxiety. I think a lot of this is anxiety too. Well, not knowing what this thing is doing inside of you.
Your body is reacting different ways and you don't know what's going on.
Let's pray for her because she said her eyes is hurting, her face is hurting, her teeth are hurting, her eyes are hurting, everything on her is hurting.
Yeah.
While she's going through this. And not only her, but anybody that's suffering and going through any kind of pain or whatever. That they would lean on God and hopefully pray that God would come in, and I don't even know what to say.
It's hard to do that because
I don't like pain.
And some people they bypass even
I don't even know what I would say.
Some people don't do treatments. They do a holistic way.
But you still have pain.
I know, and then some people they really rely on their faith.
All right.
You can't blame people in what direction they do go.
Yeah.
So,
all right. We always try to end with something funny.